The Ganges River flows south and east through the Gangetic Plain of North India into Bangladesh, where it empties into the Bay of Bengal. It is the third largest river in the world by discharge. The headwaters of the Ganges River begin high in the Himalayan mountains, where the river is fed by a glacier, which is disappearing, and the river will one day run dry.
The Ganges River pollution is now at such a high level that the amount of toxins, chemicals, and other dangerous bacteria found in the river are now almost 3,000 times over the limit suggested by the World Health Organization as safe. 80% of India's untreated sewage flows into the country's rivers, and the untreated waste not only pollutes rivers but seeps into groundwater. Between 1991 and 2008, flow of untreated sewage has doubled from around 12,000 million liters per day to 24,000 million liters per day in Class 1 and 2 towns. Class 1 towns have a population of more than 100,000, and Class 2 towns have a population of between 50,000 and 100,000. The sewage treatment plants that they do have are usually running under capacity because they do not have the money to keep up with them.
Only 1 out of every 50 towns had both a sewage system and a sewage treatment plant.
Today, over 29 cities, 70 towns, and thousands of villages extend along the Ganges banks. Nearly all of their sewage, over 1.3 billion liters per day, goes directly into the river. The majority of the Ganges pollution is organic waste, sewage, trash, food, human and animal remains. Over the past century, city populations along the Ganges have grown at a tremendous rate, while waste control infrastructure has remained relatively unchanged. The result of this pollution is an array of waterborne diseases including cholera, hepatitis, typhoid, and amoebic dysentery. An estimated 80% of all health problems and 1/3 of deaths in India are attributable to waterborne diseases. Bathers are at an increased risk of contracting illnesses due to bacteria and viruses present in sewage effluent. Gastrointestinal disorders have been linked to sewage pollution. The Ganges River is not just an economic lifeline, but also a spiritual one. Hindus worship the river as a goddess, Ma Ganga, or Mother Ganga. Every year, millions of Hindu pilgrims come to Varanasi seeking spiritual purification in the waters of the Ganges. Many other Hindus who come to Varanasi cremate their loved ones and throw the ashes in the sacred river.
Sewage-contaminated water causes eutrophication, which is the increase in concentration of chemical elements required for life. The nitrates, phosphates, and organic matter found in human waste serves as a food for algae and bacteria. This causes these organisms to overpopulate to the point where they use up most of the dissolved oxygen that is naturally found in water, making it difficult for other organisms in the aquatic environment to live. The bacteria are basically strangling the other organisms. Some of the organisms that do overpopulate from this can also be disease-causing microorganisms. Phosphates are also found in soaps and detergents, but there are other household products that we use every day that can be toxic to many animals and humans. The sewage contaminates the water, spreads diseases, and leads to environmental degradation. Sewage can increase the turbidity and amount of suspended sediments. This effect reduces light available for plant growth and can smother in-stream habitats and damage fish gills and respiratory structures of other species. The untreated waste not only pollutes rivers but seeps into underground.
Technology was introduced in 2005 as an emergency response tool to filter contaminated water following natural disasters.
The life straw will last you between 250 to 330 days and has a purifying lifespan of 70,000 to 100,000 liters depending on location.
Dirty water goes into the life straw, microorganisms are physically removed, and safe drinking water comes out. So in short, 99% 99.99% of protozoa, bacteria, and viruses are removed.